Overwatch 2 has been in the spotlight for a while now, and a lot of people have been enjoying it so far. The 5v5 setup of the game has been a huge positive of the game that has been infinitely praised by a lot of long-term players and new-term players. But Overwatch 2 also came with a lot of negatives. But regardless of those negatives, a lot of people seem to enjoy the game and play the game for multiple hours on end. And it's due to simply this: the gameplay. Overwatch 2's gameplay has been praised by Jesus himself, more is critical on how fun it is to play it. And if you don't believe me, here it is, him saying it right now.
That game. So I really didn't have huge expectations for Overwatch 2, if I'm being honest. I thought it was just going to be more of the same and just be really boring and I'd drop it pretty quickly. But surprisingly, that hasn't been the case. I've actually really been enjoying the game, which is a bigger shock than when Hank Schrader found out that Walter White was Heisenberg.
Very true. But a couple seconds after, he does name the negatives that Overwatch 2 did have. One of them was the server launch issues, which, Jesus Christ, whew.
Really fucking hard. This guy's doing nothing still. Man, that's about it, boys. I can't. This bullshit. This is just trash.
Even though he did point out the negatives, he still did say that he much so does enjoy the game and it was very much so fun to play. And he is still playing it now. And that is because of the fact that the core gameplay of the game is basically carrying the current state of Overwatch 2, and it's all up to Blizzard to capitalize on it. And also it's free. The fact that the gameplay made me come out of my little Cyberpunk 2077 cave and play it speaks volumes of how much I'm actually enjoying the gameplay so far. The gameplay is very fast paced and team based, so you can't just go in like John Wick and solo the raid boss on the enemy team. And also his minions. Yes, tanks are raid bosses. Every role to me feels fun to play. Like I said earlier, tanks feel like raid bosses. And it's fun to play, but it's very scary to go against, especially if they're very good at the game. Support classes are honestly much so OP, and they're also able to do a bunch of DPS. So hey, if you want to do DPS but also helping out your team and you want to feel important, play the support class. It's very fun, and it's not like every other team-based game where supports just feel like a glass plate. DPSs, I mean, it's a DPS. I mean, it's what they do. They do the damage. They go on the back line. They basically hunt for the support. The supports are running from their lives, hoping that they can get the tank to help them out to ultimately die from a Reaper ult. Also, I want to point out that I haven't touched ranked yet, considering that I'm still low leveled. But this video pretty much sums up everybody's experience in ranked.
Damn.
4 more.
Gold 4 2. I stayed gold 4
the next day.
I have somebody bugging.
It gave me gold 4 again.
The next day.
Ow. Ow.
If
Bro,
give me something. It gave me gold 4 again.
Now, of course, I cannot ignore the negatives that the game obviously has. It is missing a major marketing point that they have made, which was a story mode content. Story mode based content. And it's not even here on launch, and it's going to be like in 2023. Expensive skins and a lackluster battle pass that makes Apex feel too generous. And it's Apex. And why do I have to grind for characters that were released, I don't know, 6 years ago? But nevertheless, the gameplay is keeping me engaged and keeping my frustrations on a low level, and also it's free. At the end of the day, this goes to show you that if a game's multiplayer is fun enough and enjoyable, then a lot of players can enjoy the game while also acknowledging the negatives. Even though Overwatch 2 was marketed as a sequel and they put as much effort as a League of Legends weekly patch would. Now, of course, you can enjoy Overwatch 2 and still despise Blizzard. I know I do, and a lot of other players do. All you gotta do is just don't spend your money on the game. That's all you gotta do. Hopefully in the future though, we get more multiplayer based games that are fun and enjoyable and that are led by good companies. Actual good companies. Also make the game free as well. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I really would much so appreciate it. And also it helps me know that, hey, you guys like this type of content, and also helps me out on the algorithm. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Being and signing off. Peace.